First, you say, let them. And let them anytime you're annoyed, you're stressed out, you're frustrated because leadership won't listen to you or something's going on, or you read the headlines and it's just terrifying. You say, let them. And when you say let them, you are forcing yourself to recognize that this thing that is stressing you out, whether it's traffic, whether it's an email, whether it's something going on with the customer, whether it's something that's going on with one of your adult kids or your spouse, whatever it is out there that's getting in here, let them. And an interesting thing happens. You recognize that this thing, traffic, or this person is out of your control. Any psychologist will tell you, whenever you focus on things that are out of your control, it just makes you more stressed out and out of control. And so when you say let them, you're not really allowing anything. You're recognizing that you're in a situation where things out there are getting in here. This is also the main thesis, by the way, of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. So this is how you step back and you let go of trying to control things beyond your control. And it's also how you protect yourself from unnecessary stress, unnecessary drama, unnecessary annoyance. And the hardest people to say let them with are the people you're related to. I think we all have families because they teach you how to love people you hate sometimes. They're the people that you're going to let them, let her, let him. Can't control my siblings, never call me or help them out, let them. Then you do the second part. And this is where you take control back. You say, let me. And now you're reminding yourself in life, there's only a handful of things you can control. You can control what you think. You can control what you feel in terms of how you respond to the emotions. You can control what you do and what you don't do. And if you happen to be the kind of person that gets particularly stressed out at work and frustrated and annoyed because people aren't doing things at your pace or leadership doesn't understand or your team's not, whatever. If you're the kind of person that occasionally, I'm not naming names here, have you ever sent an email? One of those ones where you're really angry, like single space it for like 90 minutes and then you sign it best. And you send it to 20, nobody ever responds to those things, ever. And you just burned through all this energy. And so when you say, let me, you take a deep breath and you say, what is the right response here? Because what you don't want to do now, we are living in a moment in time where the pace of change is the slowest you will ever experience it.
Whoa. Say that again.
The pace of change is the slowest you will ever experience it. You can't control that. So when you start to get freaked out about where technology is going or what's happening with the team or how you just go, let them. And that's a boundary so that you don't allow all of this stuff out of your control to hijack your mind. Because there's tremendous research, a lot of it comes out of UCLA, that when you get into a stress response, you compromise your brain's ability to function. Like if you're finding yourself having a hard time focusing or procrastinating more, or you're more critical of yourself, or you find yourself snapping at your family or your kid, or just having trouble sleeping, these are all medical symptoms of chronic stress. And chronic stress isn't just I feel stress. Chronic stress is when you feel your body is in a state of being on alert all the time. And one of the greatest uses of the let them theory is to every single day be protecting yourself from creating unnecessary stress because of what other people are doing or because of the rate of change, both of which you cannot control. So let them. And then take a step back and say, well, let me remind myself, it's my judgment. It's my calmness. It's my ability to think clearly. I get to choose what emails deserve a response. I get to choose what meetings I attend and I don't. I get to choose how I'm going to show up to this and what I'm going to prioritize. And the calmer you are and the more focused you are, when everyone else on the planet right now is in a state or fight or flight. I mean, this is research coming out of Harvard Medical School. Dr. Aditi Nerurkar, who is one of the world's leading medical doctors that studies stress as a medical condition, Her research, she runs the largest stress management clinic for the Harvard hospital system. 83% of adults in the United States right now are locked in a state of chronic stress, which means their thinking is compromised, which means they're more emotional. If you're wondering why everybody on your team isn't leaning into AI, and the research, there's an interesting Gallup poll about AI adoption, is that 50% of people at work are not using it. And it's because they're afraid of it. It's a normal human response to freeze when something new is happening, when change is imposed upon you. And you can be smarter. You can understand the backdrop. You can keep yourself calm. You can keep yourself protected from all of the stuff out here so that you come back to your discernment and your strategic thinking and your ability to lead yourself and people through this. This is a huge opportunity to go from where you are to here, because most people are going to be asleep at the wheel or frozen.